Have you heard of the term LGBTQ plus before? Do you know what it means? LGBTQ plus is an acronym, short for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and the plus stands for the people of different gender identities and sexualities that do not feel represented by the identities of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or queer. Gender identity is how a person sees themselves. Some people feel like a boy. Some people feel like a girl. Some people feel like a boy and a girl. And some people feel like neither. Sometimes, a helpful word to use when someone feels different than a boy or a girl is the word non-binary. Of course, there are many different ways to be a boy. There are many different ways to be a girl. There are also many different ways to be non-binary. Too many ways, then we might fit in one video. Remember, gender doesn't mean boy or girl, because there are many different gender identities. Transgender, for example, is an umbrella term for people whose gender identity is different from the sex they were assigned at birth. Sex assigned at birth is based on a baby's body and genitalia. When a baby is born with a penis, the sex they are assigned at birth is male. When a baby is born with a vulva, the sex they are assigned at birth is female. Some babies are born with some male and female genitalia, and those babies' sex assigned at birth is intersex. Sometimes sex assigned at birth gives a clue to a person's gender identity. Sometimes it doesn't. Some people might not even know how they identify themselves with yet, and that's okay. Gender expression can change in a person's life. A person who is still thinking about what feels best for their gender identity or who is exploring other gender identities is called gender questioning. Bottom line, many people have been taught that people are either a boy or a girl, and we're expected to act a certain way because of what is expected of boys and what is expected of girls. But there are many different ways to be a boy. There are many different ways to be a girl. There are many different ways to be non-binary, and it is very normal to question your identity or change your ways of showing or expressing your gender in your life. Our friends might also question their identity or change their ways of showing or expressing their gender over time. There are lots of ways to be a young person, lots of ways to be a boy, lots of ways to be a girl, and lots of ways to be non-binary. Gender identity is about how a person sees themselves on the inside and how they show who they are to others on the outside through things like their clothes, their names, and their pronouns. Some people use the pronoun he. Some people use the pronoun she. Some people use the pronoun they. Some people use the pronoun her. Some people use the pronoun sie. Sometimes we might guess the wrong pronoun for our friend. It's okay to ask about the pronouns that our friends want to use. Sometimes they might not be comfortable telling us yet, and that's okay too. What pronouns do you want people to use when they talk about you? What pronouns do your friends want you to use when you talk about them?